With respect to what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he was extradited down to Nigeria from Kenya, a particular group of veterans from different military groups in the United States of America have written a letter to the president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, and you'll be shocked the historical data that they gave to him in respect to the relationship of Igbos with his family line. You will also get to hear how one of Nigerian profound leader, talking about Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, delivered his father. All of that is contained there, and they gave him a mandate to do something for the Biafrans. We're going to look at all of that in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you're not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our video. A group, American Veteran of Igbo Descent, AVID, has written a letter to Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta to find a means of facilitating the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. AVID expresses displeasure and Kenyatta for abducting Kanu and extraditing him to the Nigerian government for seeking liberation for his Igbo people. The group, which comprises Igbo men and women that are serving or serve in different security agencies in the United States, told the Kenyan leader that the Nigerian former president, led Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, saved his father, Jomo Kenyatta, who was involved in similar agitation from the same fate he was to suffer in the hands of British authorities. They berated the leader of the East African nation for betraying Kanu by handing him over to the enemies that want to prosecute him for defending his people. AVID said this in a letter signed by its president, Chief Sylvester Onia, dated July 10, 2021, which was made available. And the full letter read thus: The American Veteran of Igbo Descent, AVID, just received an urgent intel we need to explore with you, bordering on the kidnapping or abduction of a political activist globally known as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a Biafra/British citizen within your country. AVID is comprised of Igbo ethnic men and women who honorably serve or are currently serving in different armed branches of the United States military. Under Title 38 of the U.S. Code, a veteran is defined as a person who served in the active military, naval, or a service, and who was discharged or released therefrom under condition other than dishonorable. Veteran members of AVID are citizens from all the 50 states in the United States, born as Igbo men and women, and successfully served in the following United States military branches: 1. The United States Army; 2. The United States Marine Corps; 3. The United States Naval SEAL, CA, and Land Specialists; 4. The United States Navy; 5. The United States Air Force; 6. The United States Coast Guard; 7. The United States National Guard; 8. The United States Space Force; 9. The United States Public Health Service; 10. The United States Army Guard, National Guard, Army Reserve, Navy Reserve; and 11. The United States National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The organization further revealed in the letter how the agitation for Biafra began a few years after Nigerian independence and what has transpired till date. It also informed Kenyatta of how the Nigerian government sent its security agent to invade Kanu's house, in which people were killed in 2017, but IPOB leader escaped. The nation called Nigeria has never known peace since the amalgamation of the North and South by the British in 1914. You might be aware of the historic Biafran War, which lasted from 1967 to 1970. The war was a quest for self-determination of the Igbo people, an attempted emancipation from Fulani Muslim. Statistically, 2.5 plus million Igbo children, women, and defenseless men perished in that genocide. Because of the gruesome taking advantage of young Igbo girls and married women, unprovoked killing, land grabbing, massacre, maiming by the Fulani men with no accountability. Eastern Nigerian men pillaged, slaughtered en masse within their indigenous ancestral land with no consequences, and grand plan by the Nigerian government to violently eliminate all Igbo, Judeo-Christian ethnic people and repopulate our ancestral land with Fulani Muslim. Nigerian government despicable act of support for Meiti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN. This association is the leadership of Fulani group disguising as cattle headers in Nigeria. A credible civil rights leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, established the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and a security outfit called Eastern Security Network to protect our people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been a target for assassination. There had been the deployment of army to his hometown to kill him, an operation, coded Operation Python Dance. His home was riddled with bullets. 25 young men were killed, but miraculously he escaped. We are therefore upset and saddened by your collision with Nigerian government to abduct, to kidnap an unarmed son and a liberation political activist whom you should have protected and celebrated in support of democracy and freedom. The group went further to compare the fate of older Kenyatta, whom Azikiwe saved, and how younger Kenyatta decided to hand over Kanu to his enemies. And according to them, they said that the historical journey through memory lane shows that your father, President Jomo Kenyatta, was found guilty to be hanged by Britain because of his freedom agitation, same as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom you betrayed. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the premier of Eastern Nigeria, used money from the Eastern Regional Government, hired local and international lawyers, came to Nairobi, Kenya, and pulled out the head of Jomo Kenyatta from the British hangsman noose. There is a street and market named in honor of your father in Igbo land. Your father was accused of leading a terrorist organization called Mau Mau, just as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom you betrayed. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe delivered your father from death by hanging, and you deliver Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be killed by a Nigerian government. Ironically, your name Uhuru means freedom, but you stand against freedom by your betrayal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you not know that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu whom you extradited to the Nigerian hangman is related to Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, who delivered your father from a British hangman? While closing, the group ordered the Kenyan president to find a way to correct his abnormalities by making sure the pro-Biafran secessionist leader regained his freedom. American veteran of Igbo descent understanding. Your government kidnapped a foreign civil political agitator, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and handed him over to Nigerian government, who embraces internationally recognized terrorist organization known as Boko Haram. Your violent abduction and extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu endanger his life for political views he shared with your late father. Your action tantamount to ad ignoratum, because you quickly forgot the help your father received from Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, brother of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and without that help, you might not have been born. Your government hostile and violent action of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's seizure and abduction within your territory is a slap on the face of all Igbo's ethnicity. MNK abduction by your security agent has affirmed the consequences which violate MNK United Nations stipulated human rights. How can you justify your dastardly action of kidnapping and extraditing MNK to the Nigerian Fulani Muslim leadership? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not violate any known Kenyan law or international law. You must, as a matter of urgency, ameliorate these degraded conditions within a reasonable time and call for the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you in advance for your esteemed response, consideration, and attention to this matter. God bless you, and God bless the Kenyan people. That was a letter that was written to the president of Kenya, and we're yet to hear any response from him yet, because the letter was written, I think, on July 10 exactly. So we're still waiting to hear what the response will look like. Go to our comment section. Let's interact.